right, let's start the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, here we go. I know, it's live. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your support and everything. Um, right now, I am live, and this is pretty much a live stream that I'm going to be doing. And it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be entertaining. I know kids want to listen to that hip hop music, and all that jazz, and that anime. It's kind of what they want to get into. So I'm going to go ahead and discuss this issue because a lot of people are talking about some things that are happening, and it's not because of some issue that people have. And it's like I'm sorry. It's kind of sad too. It's like, look, I'm not gonna go off on these people, but there is a lot of things going down, and I can understand that there's a big thing that's going down. Kung Fu Man kind of pissed off a lot of people in the industry because he pissed off Jeffrey Pierce. He pissed off a lot of people in that community who are a part of the Last of Us thing, and it's kind of turned into a sour situation. Now you can see right here, a lot of people are bringing up issues here on Twitter over the fact that he went after an artist of the Last of Us. And I'm not going to try to go after her. I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to do anything like this. It becomes a point where people are going off on the deep end and saying this. And of course, Jeffrey Pierce came out of his way to say I actually this is better. Apologize. You can come on Twitter and just say whatever the fuck you want and imagine that there is no consequences. You think anyone in this field will ever hire you? I'm sure you fucking don't apologize. Okay, here, if this is her and her kindness, I hate to say it, her 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 worst, Corey, and this is what she kind of said. This is the artist in question, and of course, this is kind of funny though because she did say this. She did say this. Some of you are going to get real angry at me about this, and I will likely twist into a wall salted pretzel. But fuck it. Some of you aren't being commissioned or noticed because your skills aren't where they need to be. This is the type of criticisms that people are making about the artist, and this kind of pissed off a lot of people. She went as so far as I recalled, saying that Kung Fu Man had a micro penis. I'm not joking. This is the type of behavior that she's upset about. This is something I would say to the person. You should probably ignore the person's criticisms and move on, even if they kind of bring up your connection, as you might say, because this is kind of what I don't want to do to people in the industry. It's just that there's a lot of people criticizing this issue, and it turned into a big a big situation where a lot of people are laughing about this. I, for one, don't really give a shit. It's like a lot of the stuff that's going down right now. It's pretty hefty. Because Kung Fu Man does not give a shit. This guy pretty much, posts like anime memes and such. This is the type of stuff that you see right here. The internet was better before cancel culture. No such thing happening right now. Nah, yeah, like objectively, this isn't a debate, says you. This is over a freaking video game, ladies and gentlemen. Over The Last of Us Part 2. This is the type of thing that you want to clarify. I wonder that terrible, because this is the thing that she kind of brings up. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck being nice. One of these people have 7K followers, so here's some more. Here's some more. I'm going to protect people slandering me in the course, and I can clearly see. This is the kind of why a lot of people were making fun of her art and everything. This is the artist from Canada. Okay, I think given the recent events, watching a lot of people struggle to make ends meet in their art, seeing someone tear others down in the way it really rubbed me the raw. That was what the person did. Now, the person who basically, you can see right here, said something about micro penis. This was kind of funny though. It was like she kind of talked about like, this is what my penis is fine, Lisa, because these are the type of people that went after him. And she kind of deleted the tweet. You can see right here that the tweet no longer exists. This was the type of behavior. Bololi micro in your own peril. He has a micro missile. Leave pretty annoying bruises. It's kind of funny. I was like laughing about it. Like, people were just on the internet getting upset with him over comments of openly criticizing this artist. This is the type of shit that went down on the internet. Like, yep. That's all. This is what he said. Yep. Like, the fact that she's saying this while hooked up with the current art director for Naughty Dog. Now, in her defense, she said that she met the art director 15 years ago. It wasn't really a big deal. It wasn't like something like this. Some of you are being commissioned and noticed it being because you weren't engaged to the company art director. And a lot of people were questioning the issue. I'm not going to try to do this. And, of course, Lucy O'Brien is on this saying that these fuckheads adore citing nepotism because they can't comprehend a woman succeeding on their own merits. Since it started in IGN, I was told in many YouTube comments I slept with my male bosses. I'm like, this is kind of funny, though. I don't know why this happened. It's like, this is so ridiculous. It's kind of like she kind of brings herself like into this controversy, and I'm just laughing about this because this became obviously sad drama on the internet. So keep this in mind. I have nothing against anybody here. This is what's going on. I'm only presenting this drama, as you see, live, because this happened a day ago. These people are kind of upset. Like, this is something. I don't harass or troll people because it's wrong. It's frankly, there are many better things you could do in your time and benefits. Service to others is the rent you pay in your room here on earth. Muhammad Ali. Now, this is kind of sad because she basically went off the deep end because a lot of people went after her and criticized her for her comments about the art scene and everything. And I get it. She put a lot of work into her art. Like, you can see right here, this is her art style that she worked very hard to do. You can see that this is just the practice that she put into it, the scene of painting it. You can see right here, this is the art style, which is not bad. I don't want to, be mean or anything like that, but it's not that bad. Frankly, I don't have nothing against... I have no beef with anybody on this one because I know Kung Fu Man, and I know he can be a little bit, how you say, mean at times, but he could be right. He could be right or wrong in some cases, but in his own way, he's getting a lot of attention, and you're giving him the wrong type of attention by basically giving him that type of attention. That you realize by trying to cancel him, you're not really doing anything. You're basically making him famous. I have no issue with him, and I have no problem with him, but when you go down and try to mention him like that in a negative light, you're not only making him look good because of what you said, by saying what you said was negative on perhaps because he pointed out in a screenshot that you said something negative about the art community and openly criticizing them, and that's what caused a lot of people to question you. This is where it gets to the point where people are pointing out this hypocrisy. And that's what it gets to the point of whether or not you're just getting a little bit crazier. Okay, let me see this. Oh god, that was so hilarious. I remember that one. I'm sorry, they're gonna probably... Yeah, NAF dude got blocked several months ago. Now, I just want to say something right now. This is hilariously funny. It gets to that point where you're going to have to see this. It sucks. It sucks a lot, and I thought it was funny. Oh boy, me and my followers a day trying to figure out what the fuck we just read. It's hilariously funny. I don't know why this drama escalated on the internet, especially when you have to bring in somebody from the industry to get upset over this. I'm sorry, but this is bad. All right, let's see. Hacked. Let's see what's trending on Twitter about the hack. Everyone after watching a billionaire Twitter account getting hacked Bitcoin. Okay, me seeing people actually send money to the hackers through Bitcoin. Everyone who gave their Bitcoin away except get doubled then realize it's a scam. Yes, apparently some people got hacked. Yes. I am giving back to my fans all the Bitcoin sent to my address below, sent back doubled. I am doing maximum $10,000, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Hacker was catching everyone. Apple, Elon Musk, Cash App. Oh, that's funny. Oh, boy. Doubling your BC. Twitter users. Common sense. You can't really double your BC. You have to really... Like, all the 14-year-olds giving their Bitcoin to all the famous Twitter accounts in RN so they can get double the money hacked. Oh, boy, that's funny. That is real funny. Apparently, there's a situation to where people are... They fell for a scam, and it's so hilarious. Breaking! This is likely the Twitter employee account that got hacked, and apparently this account is for sale on the black market. So I can't really show you the account because apparently the account has been hacked, and the email, I don't know why they would call themselves that. I'm not going to say the name because it is a very funny thing to happen. So apparently they're selling the Twitter account of a admin. Oh god, it can't be confirmed, so I can't really sure if it's real or not, but I'm just saying I can't really show you the name or the account name at all. It's sort of, in case of Cybercat, break glass and pull cables. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk, and many others verified Twitter accounts just got hacked by hackers raising around $50,000 of Bitcoin just in 20 minutes. This is insane. Okay, so apparently they didn't just hack into they just hacked into Justin's son, Colin Desk, CZ Bernice, Gemini, Coinbase. They just hacked into every freaking thing, even Bitcoin itself, even Cash App, and Elon Musk. I'm not kidding. They hacked into the accounts to make... This is hilariously funny. No. This is hilarious. I'm glad I don't own Bitcoin, and I never will, but I find it hilarious that this happened. Now you can see right here, that's Elon Musk feeling grateful, doubling all payments to send to my Bitcoin address. You'll send $1,000. I'll send you $2,000. Only doing this for the next 30 minutes. I'm feeling generous because of COVID-19. I doubled my Bitcoin the BTC, what should I forgot? I think it was Bitcoin payments to send to my Bitcoin address for the next hour. Good luck and stay safe out there. This is kind of hilarious because it got to the point where Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and many others' verified Twitter accounts got hacked. And the hackers raised around $50,000 of Bitcoin just in 20 minutes. This is insane. Oh boy. Yeah, even Bill. Yep, this is a screenshot of Bill Gates sending out the address to his Bitcoin. Everyone's asking me to give back, and now this time I'm doubling all my payments to send to my Bitcoin addresses. For the next 30 minutes, you send $1,000, I'll send you $2,000, and they all fell for that scam. That's funny. This is a scam, ladies and gentlemen. And it's so funny that everyone fell for it. I'm glad I didn't fall for this one. And it's so hilarious. As you can see, it's just cancer, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah. I cannot believe this happened on the internet as of right now, because it's so hilariously funny. How's it going? That Bitcoin was hacked. No. All the Twitter accounts got hacked. All the big I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard for me to laugh at this situation because it's funny, and considering what happened on the internet, all the Twitter accounts, all the really big Twitter accounts such as Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Michael Bloomberg, and that were confirmed check marks, all have been hacked by a hacker who basically did a scam upon everybody and raised it almost $50,000. And in 20 minutes. That's how bad it was. And right now, a lot of people are laughing at this and posting this on the web. As you can see, it's just so funny that a lot of people fell for these transactions and fell for these Bitcoin scams all the time, saying that, oh, I'm going to give you $2,000 if you give me $1,000. This is the type of scam you'll be expected to see. And it's kind of funny how... What the... This was all spammed. It's kind of funny, though. It's like, I'm giving back to my community due to COVID-19. All Bitcoin sent to my address below, send back. Doubled. If you send $1,000, I'll send you $2,000. Only doing this for the next 30 minutes. Enjoy. And then in 20 minutes, it kind of funny. Okay, of course, Joe Biden got involved in this. It's kind of funny.
Johnson. What the fuck? Man, that's impossible. How'd you know I was in here too? After taking 2 steps in the room, I noticed that an ant suddenly shifted to the left in a hurried position, indicating that there was another human on the right side of the room. Also, your body temperature rose when I caught your partner, raising the temperature of the house by 0.2 degrees. Man, but you said my name. How do you know my name? That's simple. I seen you exactly 18 days ago passing by me at a stop sign 2 miles from my house going 40 miles per hour. What? After calculating everybody's whereabouts to 40 miles instead, I nailed it down to you.
I don't know what the fuck this nigga on. I can understand me getting caught. I was buying the fun, but you
can show yourself as well.
Yes. Breaking news. Twitter account of Barack Obama hashtag hacked. Yep. Yeah, every account has been hacked. Michael Bloomberg's account has been hacked. Let's see here. You mean someone hacked the Twitter employee? What does that mean exactly in the picture you sent? Tools panel. So what happened was a Twitter employee got hacked. It's kind of hilarious. It seems the hackers got access to the Twitter panel, which basically is hacking one of Twitter's admin's employees that gives direct admin access to the accounts and allows individuals a chance to email and /password. Just a theory. So apparently I'm Not a Wolf pointed out the issue, and it seems kind of a good theory. I would say that it is interesting. Okay, so don't purchase any Twitter for the time being. The International Employee Panel was hacked, and someone has access to any of the Twitter they want. You will also get lots of scams, so don't fall for them, which I won't. Because it's kind of funny, and I thought it is hilarious. I Okay, so Megan Thee Stallion. Now, for those who don't know, I actually listened to her music. I thought it was a really good, funny songs that she did. Like, I do feel bad for her. Tory Lanez, he was arrested on Sunday for carrying a concealed weapon in the car. So, apparently the rapper announced that she is in recovery after an altercation after she left with her she left with a gunshot as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with an intentions to physically harm me. I feel bad for her because Megan's actually a really good artist. And it's like, what the hell happened? Like, she got shot. Tory Lanez, like, arrested Sunday morning following an argument that led to the police finding a gun in his car. So apparently she got shot. And Tory Lanez is the guy who... like he's also a good artist. I actually listened to him before. Like, he had that I got a million flows trying to, like, he was good, but it's sad that he's somewhat of a not as big as most artists would be. And it's like, Jesus Christ. I like her. She's not a bad person. I don't know why she got shot. She didn't deserve that shit. But I hope she's okay. I hope she recovers, because I would like to listen to her funny flows, because they're really entertaining. And it's like, Jesus. Now blue check marks are now I can't believe this is happening on Twitter, because it's like, hey guys, how much are you gonna charge for blue check marks on the internet? If you hacked into their freaking yeah, it'd be funny. Can you give everyone blue check marks as a joke, hackers? Because it would be funny. Because I would love to see some blue check marks happen. Like, this is like something that should have been asked about. Now, oh boy, there's a lot of things going down, and I oh yes, I forgot. Grant Imahara has died. Considering he was on the show Mythbusters, and of course, you know, he is a former special effects artist. And also model maker, and he also did the White Rabbit Project on Netflix. He also did an independent show with another good which was Star Trek Continues, and it was sad too, because Grant decided to leave because of the accusations that happened. Keep this in mind, Grant, as you can see right here, has been a really talented special effects artist for a long time. He had done like he's been known to making robots. He was a robotic engineer. You can see right here, that's the Energizer Bunny right there he had made for the thing. And you can see right here, he also made the controls wheels for the second, I think it was the second Star Wars. And he basically helped develop this thing. Now, keep this in mind, he was one of the few, and I had to say, yes, it's a sad year. 2020 is a sad year for all because he even though he wasn't well known in the community, I wanted to see him back when I was in in Washington, while I was in Washington, in Seattle, Washington, in the Emerald City Comic Con. He did an interview with Stan Lee, who also died a long time ago, which was a sad news. And it's sad because he actually did a pretty good job talking to Stan Lee back in those days on that show. Now, Grant Imahara, the host of MythBusters, White Rabbit, dies, and he was like a really really good robotics engineer. Please skip the ad here. No, I'm just trying to look for this. Electronics engineer, robotics by training. He worked for a long time in Lucasfilm's THX and Industry Light and Magic division. Grant Imahara, the engineer of robotics who hosted popular science shows like MythBusters, Netflix, White Rabbit Project, has died at age 49, which is sad though. Imahara died suddenly following a brain aneurysm. Hollywood Reporter has learned that we are heartbroken to hear the sad news about Grant. He has an important part in our Discovery family and a really wonderful man. Our thoughts and prayers go to his family, and representatives for Discovery said the statement Monday. An electrical engineer and robotics by training, he joined the Discovery MythBusters in its third season, replacing Scott Chapman, and with the show until 2014 when he left with co-hosts Kyrie Bryan and Tori Blasilli. The trio would reunite in 2016 for a Netflix White Rabbit Project, which lasted only one season, which is sad though. It's true because they didn't get much viewership on Netflix for that show. On MythBusters, Imahara used his technical expertise to design and build robots and also operated computers and electronics needed to test myths. While as part of the MythBusters team, he skydived and drove stunt cars. On film sets, he came into contact with some of the most iconic characters in screen history, installing lights onto Star Wars R2-D2, creating robotics for Jeff Peterson for the last late night show with Craig Ferguson, working on the Energizer Bunny. On Monday evening, Imahara's MythBusters and White Rabbit Project co-host Brian tweeted, "Sometimes I wish I had a time machine," including a picture of Imahara and Belcini. Later Monday, MythBusters co-host Adam Savage also tweeted, "I'm lost and no words I've been." Yeah, I kind of do feel bad for Adam Savage because he's also being accused of a really bad situation. I'm not going to mention it because I'm not going to be negative about this situation. He's being sued in a lawsuit, and that involves a little bit of something I don't want to mention right now because due to the death of Grant, I will let him mourn for his death because born in Los Angeles in 1970, Imahara studied. Born in Los Angeles in 1970s, Imahara studied electrical engineering at the University of Southern California at a young age. To be honest with you, at a young age, though he briefly doubted and wanted to become a screenwriter before combining the two passions, landing post-graduation gig at Lucasfilm Associated THX Lab. In his 9 years of Lucasfilms, he worked in the company THS and understood the Lights and Magic division. In his years, he became chief model maker, specializing in animatronics, and worked on George Lucas' Star Wars prequels, which he didn't do the ones in the 70s. He did the ones that were in the early 90s through the 2000s. Now, as well as the Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolution, Galaxy Quest, Triple X, State of the Union, Van Helsing, Lost Worlds, Jurassic Park, AI Artificial Intelligence, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. In 2000, Imahara also completed a Comedy Central's BattleBots with robots he built himself called Dead Blower that won the middleweight rumbles the first season middleweight runner-up, became the third season first-ranked robot. As a computer graphics began supplementing model making and augments, former IML College, Blasini suggested Imahara come aboard on Mythbusters. The Discovery show that Blasini co-hosted, also co-hosted, became self-described human guinea pig. So, as far as I know, they also bring up that whole... Imahara also starred in several episodes of the fan-made web series Star Trek Continues. He played Hakuro Sulu, Lieutenant Helmsman of the 3rd Officer of the USS Enterprise, blah. He played Zulu. Go figure. In 2008, with Machine Design, Imahara told the publication that he wanted to be an engineer because I liked the challenge of designing and building things, figuring out how something works and how to make it better and apply it in a different way. When I was a kid, I never wanted to be James Bond. I wanted to be Q because he was the guy who made all the gadgets, and I guess he could say that anything came naturally. That's actually pretty cool, though. Now, I guess that kind of settles the whole situation right there, because I'm not going to be mean. I know that he's being accused of something. This is pretty much what Grant looks like. It's sad that he died. He will be remembered because I did watch some episodes with him in Mythbusters, and also I did watch the episodes of Star Trek Continues, because I'm not going to mention the controversy surrounding the actors or anything like that, but it was a good show. It's sad that they kind of discontinued that series. It was a really interesting thing it was a really passion project that someone made, and it was a really good show. It just didn't work out as well as you would expect. Let's see here. Let's see what we got to talk about here, because there's been a lot of things that have been talked about, and I want to show you guys. There's been some controversy happening, and I want to discuss this issue because a lot of people have been talking about this situation with the Ruby community. Rooster Teeth loses more key employees in 2000, and it's been happening since July of this month. Now it's going around like Rooster Teeth loses more, because you have to understand, Rooster Teeth lays off about 50 staffers and 13% of its workforce back in 2019. Now, it's becoming obvious, aside from the layoffs, Rooster Teeth has also had a number of key employees departing from the company and throughout carrying in 2020. Even the co-founder of the company departed, Joey Heyman and Bernie Burns. A lot of these people have been leaving it. While the newest person departed from the company did not seem to hold an executive role, it still paints a grim picture of the future of the company. Giovanni Cortino took the Twitter to inform people that she will no longer be at Rooster Teeth. It feels really weird to say this, but Thursday was my last day, and it's kind of interesting, though. This is what it looks like. It's always be thankful to my time in the company, that it's wonderful people I met and had a chance to work with and befriended. While I'm sad to say goodbye, I'm also very excited that my next venture is to technical animator for certain infinity. Now, what kept going on about this situation? Now, while Rooster Teeth had what appeared to be a terrible year in 2019, the situation is much better. It isn't much better in 2020. Perhaps it's worse. Nanette, we do our best to keep you informed of the news. Now, the thing about this situation is that Rooster Teeth is slowly dying this time. As I remember back in the days when they first started out, they were an independent company that made a show on the internet which got a lot of popularity. It was Red versus Blue. Now, for those who don't know, known fact, I lived in Texas. Rooster Teeth started out in Texas. They were a bunch of college students that worked in at home, and they basically made their own little show because they were big fans of Halo series, and they decided to make a Halo parody series. And it got popular on the internet, which started back in 2003. And you have to understand, the internet slowly evolved when it didn't have YouTube. It didn't have that back then. It started out small. It started out as like an inside thing, and it got popular on the internet. And they started making merchandise, and people kept buying it, and it got popular at the time. Then they decided to. Then they went on YouTube back in 2016, I believe, and they started to make upload their content there, and they realized that made a lot of money and advertisement money that they did. Keep this in mind. They got so popular when they introduced it. Actually, it was not 2016. It was 2006. They started to get popular, and then they introduced the show. Let me see if I can look this up because I barely remember a lot of the stuff that happened around Rooster Teeth's timeline, and I want to give you guys the correct timeline from what I understand from what I can remember, because I'm not really a good source of information. To keep this in mind, Ruby started out back in 2013 when Rooster Teeth decided to start out on they aired their shows on Crunchyroll when they signed a contract with Time Warner, and they wanted to produce their own series and everything, and they were well known as an indie company that started out in Rooster Teeth. Now keep this in mind, they became a very big franchise, and it's said that that Ruby, even though they lost one of their best creators of the show, an animator, he basically got, because he died due to the fact that he had a cat allergy, and his wife wanted to keep the cat, but unfortunately he couldn't. He accepted the cat, but unfortunately he died from the cat allergy. Developed the color encoding approaching the character designs of the series during the production. Now, I would say during that timeline, this became such a big deal. Now, keep this in mind. I'm not going to try to be mean. You have to understand, this is a web series. They always started their shows on the web, and then they sell it on DVD. They might, considering that, you have to understand, they're mostly an online web series, and a lot of people liked Ruby for a lot of reasons, and it got popular because Rooster Teeth gave them the go-ahead to do the show, and it became very popular. I'm not going to try to disrespect anyone, because Rooster Teeth had done a lot of good back in those days, but now there's an issue with what they have been doing in the past many years, especially trying to sell merchandise, and a lot of their merchandise is very expensive. Like, a lot of their stuff is very, very expensive. Like, who would buy anything like this for $200? Like, any Ruby product, like Ruby merchandise. Because I want to show you guys something. This is Rooster Teeth stuff. And it gets sold out faster than hell. Like a lot of people who buy like the Ruby stuff, like the Ruby clothes and everything, those are the things that most people would probably be freaking out about. Like the Ruby action figure series 4. Like this is the Rooster Teeth store. Like most of the stuff they depend on is merchandise sales. And this is what they try to sell online. Like there's like a lot of the stuff that they have right here on the Rooster Teeth store is pretty expensive. Like they try to they depend on a lot of the merchandise they sell to get their money's worth in order to make money off of the show, especially considering that Rooster Teeth has owned Funhouse, Kind of Funny, Face Jam, Achievement Hunter, Ruby, Genlock, their original show Red vs. Blue, Backwards Compatible. A lot of their brands, like they sell these shirts for like $25 plus shipping and handling. Yes, and they're all inclusive stuff. Now, this is what you're gonna see from Ruby, and I'm just gonna say this right now. This is like the Ruby stuff that they sell. Like now, you can see right here. It's like $30 for this T-shirt. A limited edition Focus Yang Semblance tie-dye T-shirt. Ruby, like a keychain that's like patched up. It's a patched up keychain. This is what they're selling right now. You can see right here. These are the like $10 for this type of design. $25 for these type of designs that they're making for shirts like this. You can see right here, these are the designs that they're making. $49 for swimming trunks. Like, I'm not kidding. $49. A Ruby Gin t-shirt. You can see right here, this is a Rose Pride t-shirt. The art style that they're doing, you can see right here, this is what they're making. Penny Poseidon. Like, it's not something I would... Pauline Dina. Okay, so that's what she is. Alright, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not really a big fan of the show, but it's a good show, but I might need to buy the DVD or the Blu-ray for it to watch it. But as you can see, this is the type of stuff they're selling over on the show. Like, they have the action figures, the toys. You can see right here the toys. Home toys. You can see right here, that's like a statue of an limited edition Funhouse arcade. You can see right here, this is the Funko Pop stuff. Ah, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Jeez.
Please repeat it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can see right here, this is the figure that they created. It's $125, and they give you the after payment thing, like the more info you deal with. Now you can go to Afterpay, installment, shop and enjoy and pay later. 4 interest payments for 2 weeks. Check it out. You can see right here, this is pretty much what they have. Like it's $140. It's $140 something dollars. That's an expensive version that they get. Card game, board game, $49. You can see right here, Combat Ready Heroes expansion. You can see that they have a lot of stuff here. Genlock, you can see right here the poster for it. You can see that these are the stuff that they're selling. You can tell that this is the manga that they're selling right now. They are trying so hard to sell this stuff, the merchandise and everything. And I'm not trying to hate on them or anything like that, but that's just an example what Ruby is right now. Because Rooster Teeth is depending on so much on merchandise sales and all that stuff, because they're an independent company and they're trying their best to make a franchise out of it so they can become well known in the industry, because they've been doing this for decades. And I know this because I've seen how they operated for a long time, especially in Texas, because they've been the inside joke about Rooster Teeth and everything. I know their inside joke about the teeth and the cock. It's basically the joke about cock bite. Get it? That's kind of the thing about Rooster Teeth that most people don't realize about them for a long time. There's also another issue that I'm going to probably have to talk about. Let's see here. Let's see. Ruby fan artist accused of both racism and plagiarism over her Wendigo submission. Now, this is another one that's been popping up. A lot of people have been going off on the deep end a little bit about this situation. Now, imagine being an artist working up the courage to share your art, your drawings, and you worked so hard on posting a Full Sail Ruby Rose Grim Art contest, and imagine your artwork was chosen at the top 5 finalists in the competition. This is exactly what happened to the fan artist, Miyuki Art. I didn't expect to get to the top 5, she told me in DM. I still think it's pure luck. I screamed and ran around my house and saw it. It's not hard to see why she was chosen, huh? And I thought it was it's not really a bad art. I don't know why anyone would get upset about this, but one of your finalists in Grimm competition has completely stolen the idea design for this Grimm is clearly rip off of the work that Ellen Wright and I don't really know, but she doesn't really post the work. I did not think, nor did I think they were the same the slightest. I fully believe this is a coincidence. I'm quite upset in the accusations, just as you are upset about how similar they are. They aren't the same, don't worry. The only people saying that they're either jealous or butthurt by both. Now, the artists right here kind of got upset about this. Now, Wendigo is a loner Grimm. This is a always starving, semi-coated mist, causes hallucination, inhaling hallucinogenic concepts, blah, 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 blah. They are different. I have DM'd you everything about the Grimm compared to yours. They're similar to look because they are based on the same mythological creature, blah, blah, blah. Let's see right here. The Full Sail came out and ruled the allegations to be false. This is what they said. To give the post some exact context, RT is partnered with Full Sail. Rooster Teeth has partnered with Full Sail in the Grimm Design Contest. Someone submitted a design based on a Wendigo and a scared spirit from Albuquerque and Alabama cultures, which is basically the Native American culture. This is not okay because it's inappropriate of Native American cultures. I checked the submitter is not specifically Native American groups. This is the type of behavior that they're doing. And also, please do not harass the artist nor RT over this. This has more than likely come from a place of ignorance and not active malice. All of this isn't widespread knowledge to the point where Wikipedia makes no mentions of taboo against speaking its name. please remember, be kind specifically if you're not the people affected by this. Like, this is something that, okay, and this is where it gets to the point, the mythical belongs to the culture, the creatures classified as cryptids, mythological due to nothing racist appropriating culture about it. If you're basing Grimm off of its racist, then My Little Pony is racist for having Wendigos in the second season. And this is kind of sad, though, because this person this is the artist in question that is being harassed, and the fact that a lot of people are going out of their way to go after her. And this is the Tumblr group that's been on the deep end on this internet thing. And it gets to the point where this is becoming a really bad situation. Scammer uses Rooster Teeth's new Ruby merch to attempt to conning buyers to even undercuts Rooster Teeth's merchandise. Now, don't lose your focus. New Ruby Rose drops tomorrow. Don't lose your drops tomorrow. This is kind of funny. Like, can you find it here? Limited edition shirts, apparel, posters available in T-Shop. You can find it here. The Trinity of promoting his own T-sheet listings of Rooster Teeth merchandise is understandable why Rooster Teeth would hide these tweets. Let's check them out. Yeah, so apparently T-Chip kind of is selling it for a lot less. And I find it funny too. It's like, this is the type of t-shirts you're going to be getting. And it's kind of similar to that, because I thought it was kind of hilarious. That, okay, and I'm not sure whether the scammer came up with the price of to point of $25.95, though. The dollar is more than the Rooster Teeth, perhaps. But he thought he looked it better at the discount. Due to how T-Chip is set up, I believe the scammer was likely just ripped the design from Rooster Teeth and uploaded it to the T-Chip. From there, T-Chip fulfilled these creations and distributions while receiving a cut of the sales. But it's kind of funny, though. It's like Samoa Joe got this, and it's kind of funny. So be careful, everybody. Don't buy anything from T-Chip, okay? That's it. That's another story that I thought was kind of funny. Now, I guess I better go ahead and talk about this, because a lot of people are talking about Uzaki-chan Want to Hang Out, which was... I actually like this show. I actually will give it a... Here's my review on this show. It is not as bad as Anime News Network made it out to be, because this is what he said. This is what Nicholas Dupree said. And I'm going to read this. When I reviewed the first volume of the source manga of the show, my conclusion was it got better when it went on, and it was ultimately greater than some of its breast. And I was in a struggle for me to remember that it was when I was watching this episode, because holy crap, is Yuzaki intensely annoying. Granted that she was sort of a character I often have low tolerance for in the first place. She's incredibly loud, which I kind of agree, but I'm not going to try to be mean about. Listen, what people tell her, coasting through the cuteness of her character design with this annoying flesh-colored fang that indicates that she is a bit like a wild, although not feral, animal in terms of impulse and control. But this is compounded by the fact that the entire plot of the episode of Yuzaki decided that all her own high school senpai must be a loner and bored, or at least not having fun because he is an introvert. Granted, Yuzaki doesn't appear to know her introverts from her extroverts, but her blind belief that being alone equates to sad and lonely absolutely rubs me the wrong way. Like, I really don't know why people would go to that understanding of it. Like, yes, there are people out there that don't like to be bothered by other people. They want to be alone. I know a girl that is like that. She doesn't want to be talked to. But there was a situation where she got fired because she got upset with this person, and she suffered from a certain type of she had autism. And it was kind of sad, though, because she didn't want to talk to people. But I talked to her and asked her what was going on, and she told me the problem. But she wasn't annoying. She wasn't mean or anything. I listened to what she had to say. But she just wanted to be left alone, and I understood that. But when she kind of got upset about this and told people, look, I'm not happy. And of course she lost her job because of this, because someone asked her a question and she yelled at them. Because you have to understand, she doesn't like talking to people. It's kind of a mental state that where people would get upset. But here's where I'm going to point out here. The worst is that she simply won't listen to Shinichi or take any of the hints that he lays out for her. If he ignores her screaming his name across the campus, she says he didn't hear her. He keeps chasing him when he tells her not to make fun of him for liking to do things by himself. She keeps teasing him loudly. She repeatedly embarrasses him in public and often deliberately phrases things that are sounds like they're in a sexual relationship, which makes him extremely uncomfortable. Little smirks make her after the first time she does this to me. She knows precisely what she's doing. Yuzaki is only gratifying her own sense of what Shinichi needs and wants, and honestly makes her something of a nightmare if you are an introvert. Like, I really don't really care about introverts versus this, because a lot of people don't know what that means. I get it that he kind of prefers to be isolated and alone, but not all introverts are like that, to be honest with you. Yes, they can be a little bit they prefer isolation, but sometimes they would go out of their way to get out of the situation. I do feel bad for a lot of reasons, because the person who's reviewing this is kind of bashing, based on your show's comedy around annoyance is always being a gamble. What's playful and banter is one person comes off as obnoxious and irritating to another. That is very quick to say that the spoil of any gags. You might have, and applies to doubly, so I get it. He finds the character annoying, which is fair. A lot of, like, Rebecca Silverman and others, and it's like, I watched the show. It doesn't really have much. Yes, I do find the character a little bit annoying, but that's a part of the character. It's kind of like Dennis the Menace. She's kind of like Dennis the Menace. When you notice her hair and everything, she kind of has that Dennis the Menace hairstyle, and I think that's what she was trying to go for. I think that's what the type of storyline that they were trying to go for in this character. Even though she's like the female version of Dennis the Menace, I think she's not a bad character. The problem is that it doesn't seem like the person here is making the review flat out saying, oh, this character I find annoying. Yes, this character is finding annoying because of her loud screams, which is fair. That's a fair review. You don't like the character. But when seeing how in this episode is like, the episode isn't as bad based on Yuzaki's fallings as a character. Shuichi is absolutely to blame for any time he sexualizes her in her action. No, he does not. He never sexualized her in any way. He tries to avoid that. That doesn't clearly the person didn't understand the context of that show. He has tried his best not to. He told her to stop doing that when she did those things. Especially in the situation, yes, she's a very small, short girl with big breasts, but she didn't do any of that stuff. Suichi told her to cut it out. Please don't do that. Because of that, he told her to cut it out because, and you can see right, Izaki's eyes in the animation of her skirts early on. She also clearly means well, but good intentions in the world can make this feel like less mean. And even knowing that by the end of the volume I quite liked the manga. That's fair. Can make me want to sit through another episode of her yelling. Which I guess I can understand where this person's coming from. That's fair assessment. Like, senpai is makes it much better. Isn't much better. Okay, as a straight man to Yuzaki's nonsense, he's unfortunately cranky and dismissive, but never in particular clever. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Clever in funny way. He gets angry with her until he yells and makes enough of a scene to him to walk away, which gets an old quick, and even in just one episode. This is also the sense of that he's unhappy with his solo lifestyle at the moment. So it makes Yuzaki seem much more invasive. That he seemingly tolerates her because she gets unrestrained anime boobs. And this is kind of cute when she's not taking, just makes the whole relationship dynamic feel grody. You know, he doesn't try to sexualize her because I remembered in the first episode, he tried to tell her to stop that. Don't do that, please. Like, in some situations, it led to that. He doesn't try to sexualize her. He basically told her, no, I don't feel comfortable around you. Please stop doing that. Now, a lot of people have talked about this anime. I don't really think it's bad, though, but looking at this further, digging into the found of ANN actually has 4 reviews. Izaki-chan wants to play as writing this 3 out of 4 reviews, giving it 1.5 out of 5 stars, while the 4th review actually gives it 3 out of 5 stars. We send an early condolence to the reviewer for their incoming termination. That's a joke. Like, you can see right here, bruh, I want mating press Yuzaki so fucking bad. Hard to agree. I'm just gonna say it. Demi skirts are cute. Bro, you don't understand. I need a tomboy. ANN is like Rotten Tomatoes. Pretty much just go to the opposite of the official reviews. ANN. Did we expect anything different when it comes to happy big boobed anime girl? What's with the anime reviews being big losers? Ironically, they think the kind of shit prevents them from being losers. Yeah, this is what a lot of people are upset about, the reviews of Anime News Network over the new show Yuzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, which premiered on July 10th, 5 days ago. I actually like the show. It's not that bad. For a romantic comedy, I didn't really have a problem with it. And I think most people have talked about this. And I think a lot of people were talking about this situation pretty harshly. And I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. It's kind of funny. So there is a lot of things. I think most people are laughing about this situation, and I'm not going to try to be mean about this because a lot of people have been. Oh, yeah, this is funny. I made a heterophobic flag. Feel free to use this. Here's what the colors mean: red, anger towards hets; white, unified hatred towards hets; gray support. It's like people have no life. Like this is what we're seeing right now. This is how bad it is. That's how bad it is in this situation. Now, this is pretty bad for the end of the year, guys. We are seeing a lot of things happening. Yeah, let's see here. Now, here's another thing that's coming up here. Okay, Japanese developers versus North American game developers. Know the difference. That's so 1980s, man. Oh boy. I guess I better go ahead and see what we got here. The blue check marks are gone. Apparently all the blue check marks since Twitter Walmart is the last major retailer that requires customers to wear masks at stores. Well, that's funny. I think Nick Cannon would have worded it better if I've done research about genetics and race. He made some points. It's possible that white people may have lost warmth and empathy in genes due to cold climates, causing them to be prone to do more evil actions than other races. Yeah, bless Nick Cannon for being openly racist and anti-Semitic, that people are coming up with extreme hilarious takes on the basics. So apparently Nick Cannon mentioned some things. Okay, blue check marks right now. So apparently people are losing their blue check marks right now, and it's kind of hilarious that these blue check marks have happened. I'm not going to try to be mean or anything like that, but this is hilariously funny. Oh boy. I know that most people are going to be trying to chat this, are not going to watch this show. They don't give a shit about this show. It's pretty much what it is. But as far as I know, this is hilariously funny. Live right now. So I guess I better go ahead and tell you guys what's going on. So might as well share this on Twitter and just put on the show. So let's see if anybody wants to come into the show and hang out with us, because this is becoming one of those situations where it's gonna be funny to listen to. So let's see here. I said all lives matter, so Black Lives protesters shot and killed somebody. Okay, Viacom fires Nick Cannon after he failed to acknowledge or apologize to perpetuating anti-Semitism. He called white people soulless raping animals. And what did he say against the Jewish people? Or one time the Jewish people become white for the media. Now, a lot of people are talking about this issue. Okay, there is no greater downgrade for Halo MCC than description for legendary difficulty. Let's see here. Let me look at this. Oh God. Oh yeah, she had a baby. I was lucky to experience such a time. I know the experience was I leveled up a notch and expanded my... Yeah, so she just had a baby. So congratulations to Nakamura. She just had a child. Congratulations. So I wish her the best in all of this in Ask IGN Japan. Now, for those who don't know, she just had a baby. Oh, that's cute though. Wish you both nothing but health and happiness. Lots of love from your friend Bad Robot Games, which Bad Robot is coming out with their Bad Robot games. Now, here we go. Exception Reality. Aw. I wish her the best. Hopefully she's happy now. Yes, she just put out a video of her childbirth. Wish her the best of luck. Yes. No, it's not OnlyFans, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even that. So don't expect that. Now, IGN Japan did an interview with her on her freelance life. A lot of people really liked her ever since she did E3 2019. Because a lot of us kind of really liked her for her positivity, and I thought it was kind of funny how people treated. Oh, thank you for the retweet, Haru. I appreciate that. I appreciate your retweet. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Yes, I do have a Discord. If you want to hang out and chat with us, you can go ahead. You saw the Discord address. Hopefully, you could probably contact me, and I'll probably invite you in. As far as I know, this is pretty much what's going on the live stream. Wish you all the best of luck. As far as I know, this is kind of what we're talking about right now. A lot of things have been going on lately. We're going to be discussing this. Let's see what we have today, because I want to smash gear. I'm going to go ahead and smash. Crap. Really? I hate when that happens. It's always doing that lately. So lately, guys, there's been some incidences that happen. Let's see if there's anything new that's going to be on the news today, because I really want to talk about this, because this is something that should be talked about. Pornhub allegedly begins banning hentai with the keyword tentacle. So after 2 weeks since my Pornhub account was deleted, they finally told me the reason why, because they found some of my vids are problematic and are considered unauthorized content. After 2 years of my account was up, they just deleted it now. It's just a problem. Now, I'm just frustrated than anything, because I know this is what happens again over some of the stupid reasons. Pornhub, of all places, is not even a safe archive for not safe for work creators anymore. They recently even banned tags of tentacles. This is what's going on, which has been a thing of hentai known since forever. This, together with Twitter shadow banning not safe for work creators and other sites, very limiting guidelines, isn't helping out anyone at all. Sometimes I'm not sure it's worth being continued to do this sort of thing. Sorry to be a downer, but I'm sure this feeling will pass soon. Either way, I'm making another account there so I could have an alternative video link to my works just in case. Pornhub user Deplurxion, whatever it's called. I'm slowly re-uploading stuff, so please be patient. I won't be able to upload anything though, since things were pretty risky now. If you want more complete archives, please visit Newgrounds instead. So visit Newgrounds Movies. I really do these kinds of posts. Please support Not for Safe Work creators. Thank you. So, It's called hentai, and it's art. Why the fuck y'all remove tentacles? It's kind of freaking hilarious that they removed the tentacles. So far, it seems Pornhub has an issue with the response alleged banning of tentacles. This news comes from the day after Not Safe for Work anime star creator Carlos G made a video off of Patreon after they allegedly demanded he remove his not for safe artwork not off of Patreon but other sites as well. Yes, they are apparently policing art activity on other sites as well. This is actually not new to news. However, Patreon issued a statement regarding the anime ban, so to speak, back in March. We reported on this news here in NayaNet. You can find out reported simply checking the hyperlink. Carlos subscribes to our adult. So apparently, unless they build a tank and have tits and size of an aircraft carrier, you're not an adult. Not only is it wrong and borderline racist, obviously Patreon never met a non-Caucasian person, so now they want me to remove lewds from Pivx or whatever else is posted. I do not intend to do that. They are wrong with their claim, and that my characters are minors. However, I have no confidence that they're the reason. Hence, me moving to Subscribestar. Yeah, this is what's going on, guys. A lot of not safe for work artists and not safe for work creators are being removed because of tentacles. That's how bad it is, ladies and gentlemen. And that's kind of what's going on. All right, and this is not just the other thing right now. It's happening in Amazon as well. On June 2020, J Novel Club posted about Amazon KPD, which is basically they are vendors. They're considered vendors for their business thing, blocking some of their products for lack of communication as what exactly the issue is. For those of you who may or may have pre-ordered my Next Life as a Villainous volume from Amazon KPD arbitrarily decided to block my books from publishing and canceled most of 100,000 pre-orders today. We apologize for the inconvenience. We will try to upload again in the sales date. You may have noticed, but this has been going on for the past 2 months, starting with the block of How Not to Summon Volume 6 and 10, and currently Adrafita and Siragugasoki, the Greatest Magic Master, Infinity Stratos 8, and Lazy Dungeon Master are blocked. Amazon Content Review refuses to communicate any reason for these blocks, and sometimes daily contacts are producing little results. We will keep trying to find some way to get to them and fix these issues, or at least acknowledge them. Considering the timing and of the issues, I suspect it's due to the reliance of automated content flagging systems, the lack of competent human resources, but that is no excuse for refusing to fix the errors that are happening. People across social media took notice in listings of the novels being removed from Amazon, light novels being removed, hardly English novels on my whitelist, what to say, were removed from purchase at Amazon. Wonder what happened. Yeah, no one seems to know what's happening. Someone contacted Amazon representatives, but they didn't even know either. For now, they could try Yen Press if they wanted to hard copy or Book Walker if you find it with an ebook. That, or what we hope would put it back a backup. No Game No Life disappeared. Hey, I'm used to buying LN of Amazon. I wanted to order the NGLN. Oh, that's No Game No Life Volume 8. I just noticed that every No Game No Life novel has disappeared from Amazon. Amazon from my country, France, and Amazon.com. When I clicked on one of my recent orders volumes, it says the page doesn't exist. What does anyone know what happened? So Amazon is, I think it has probably something to do with this. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this Sadly, we have confirmed that Amazon has opted to remove No Game No Life from their platform. Happily, there are other retailers, both physical and digital, that are thrilled to help support these titles, form of cash exchange for goods, which is, I believe, Bookwalker and Right Stuff Entertainment. Right Stuff Anime is actually another website. If you can't get it from there, even though they sell it at expensive prices, this has happened lately. It came across that Amazon's reviewing night novels in the United States has become a hot topic among otaku. Here's some of the tweets that are, yeah, this is a translator. It was a nice guy, though. I actually engaged with him many times on Twitter. He does help you translate and understand what's going on. And he's a very nice person. He tries to communicate with both ends through the Japanese and English, and I do appreciate his feedback because this person's very kind. Race Force Games, you could follow him on Twitter. Very nice person. The news comes from just a few months ago that Patreon allegedly started banning anime creators from the platform, which later clarified was a hypercritical manner statement of the company. More recently, Pornhub had began delisting anime-style content. Artist Depliction finding his account deleted due to problematic authorized content. Many theories around this continue to develop around the earlier clearly. The attacks against the anime production communities have rampant in 2020. It's because there's been a lot of things going down within anime lately that they're trying to crack down on the anime community because of the argument about minors and everything has happened. There's a reason why they went after this because of the art style and everything. You can see right here the art style that you can see the arts and everything depicting little girls and everything in this thing. There's a reason why they took it off because the whole minors argument is becoming a problem, that they've been sexualizing minors in anime, and it got to that point where it becomes a problem. And it's kind of a gray area. The problem is it's a gray area, to say the least. And right now they're trying to take down those depictions of minors being sexualized type of situation in anime, that it becomes a problem. And I don't like it at all, because I understand there's two sides of the argument. One that does not like the depiction of sexualized minors in anime and manga, and those that do like it are basically, because I'm in the neutral area of this whole argument, because No Game No Life isn't as bad as most people make it out to be. It's not as bad as most people should make it out to be. It's just an anime. It's just a story. Don't take it literally seriously. You have to understand, in Japan, it's totally different culture than America. Because in America, it's totally different. Because at 16, they're considered, they're rightfully so as adults. Because once they go into high school, they go into the high school phase around that at 13, and then they go through 16, and then they graduate. But they also have to go through college as well. But the problem is they would have to. Their school system is totally different than ours, and from what I understand, they study hard and they try to go into college, and studying in college is a very big deal for them because it would help them get a job in the near future. The problem is that the problem right now is that people can't order anime on Amazon, even though they do sell a lot of stuff on Amazon. I understand that a lot of people buy like the manga and anime stuff, and it's like, apparently Amazon in the US has stopped selling some light novels. It's not a fire on the other side of the river, but regulations are finally here. Yeah, so the problem is that they're trying to regulate businesses from selling certain types of things that basically depicting of minors, and it kind of hit United States well as hard. But the problem is, it's a really great area to talk about because it's a very sensitive topic among a lot of people. Jesus Christ. Now, keep this in mind. A lot of people have talked about this, and it's been a very, very big problem. But I don't know. This has been talked about a lot, and there's been a lot of. It's a gray area, and it's a bad situation. I would like to talk to somebody about this, but the problem is I don't usually get enough guests on this show to talk about this issue. I would talk to some people about this because it's a little bit of a sensitive topic to talk about, because it's a really gray area about anime that people have been talking about for many decades, and it's been happening a lot since I could remember. Keep this in mind. I have no ill will towards anything like that, but it's sad too, because there are people that have an issue with anime, and it's mostly because they feel that the characters that people make. You have to understand, in Japan it's totally different because they're young kids, and they feel that those young kids are not old enough, because in Western society they feel like kids don't have the know-how or the thing to grow up on. And the problem is, it's really fucked up in a situation like this because they're trying to depict Japanese society, and a lot of people tend to think, oh, Japanese society is so bad. Internet is better before cancel culture. Nazis must be fuck off. We canceled you guys in 45. Did you not get the memo? Bye. Yeah. And it's getting to that point. Like, American weebs think Japan is one big anime convention where no one talks about politics. Entire the country populace peak in high school. Not really. I'm going to say this right now. No. Only on Anti-Twitter you find your pride virgins simping for this monstrosity. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I'm going to go ahead and say this. No one cares. They don't give a fuck. Anime fans don't care what you have to say about a character. Sometimes they will fight you. I know it's stupid, but they will fight you on the internet over this. It's like, this person's like kiss shot stan account. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Like, they're insulting people, calling them virgins and shit. I find it funny. I don't really have a problem with it. It's just, this is the type of shit that's been going down for a while. And the way I see it right now, it's a sad way of existence of fighting each other on the internet. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this, and it's like Twitter has prevented verified accounts from tweeting. World peace has been prevented. World peace has been achieved. God, this is funny. World peace has been achieved. Yes, indeed it did. Apple ban. World peace has been achieved because Twitter has prevented verified accounts from tweeting because of the fact that they all got hacked. So apparently everyone lost their I wonder who lost their check marks here, because I want to know. So apparently Tomi Takanaga lost her check mark, which I recall she does have a check mark. So Brian York, the chief. Oh god, this is so hilarious. Wall Street still has their check mark. Battle the strawman. Who wins? Yeah, I do agree with that one. Who will win? Who will be the straw man for left and right? I find this hilarious. That's actually a pretty good idea. Wild Arts. Ah, Jesus Christ. This is so hilarious. I actually like this. This is actually pretty cool. It's badly drawn, but it's really nice. I think most people would appreciate that. WD-40, that's funny. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this. Ooh. Amazon Prime Edible. Really? So now they got one that's like 1 terabyte. That's funny. That's funny. Do. How much does that one cost? It's like 14 and okay, we'll buy it now. Jesus Christ. That's funny. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. I don't know what to tell you guys, but there's been a lot of things going down. Okay, so Walmart and Sam's Club require customers to wear masks in all stores. Yeah, because we're a convenience store slash we sell everything, and I work there. Duh. Because it's for safety reasons. People are required to have. Walmart and Sam's Club start requiring masks at stores and clubs nationwide starting July. The company announced it Wednesday. Now, keep this in mind, guys. I want to point out something. The reason why Walmart's doing this. Because, yes, there's been a lot of things that are going down. And it's kind of sad, too, because health officials like the CDC, the retailers, chief operators, officers said that in a blog post Wednesday, the move for 2 days after Walmart CEO Doug McMillon said a mask is mandated in the stores nationwide. Obviously, something that is on our minds. Best Buy, Starbucks started requiring customers nationwide to wear masks Wednesday. Masks are required to buy. Best Buy started require shoppers nationwide. Which the reason why they're doing this is because they want to prevent the spread of the virus. And what happened was we can't really question people. There is a way you don't have to wear a mask. Which I'm going to advise to people. You must have a medical excuse to do this. And that's how you can get to bypass the whole mask requirement thing. Because if you don't feel comfortable about buying a mask, which is fine. Because the reason why we're doing this is because it's to reinsure, because a lot of the businesses had to reinsure the governors of every state that we will abide by this standard in order to make sure that people's health and public safety matters, to show that they do care, that they don't want to harm or involve anybody in particular. How's it going? Now, keep this in mind. The reason why they're doing this is because it's to keep their businesses afloat, and a lot of people this is why a lot of people are doing this. The confrontation over face masks and the psychological why some people resist them. Now, the reason why the face mask policy is in effect because of the fact that we are, even at Walmart, they have to wear masks too. And I'm just being nice about this because I just want to make sure that people understand this situation with Walmart, because Walmart itself, and I don't talk for them, I don't represent them, and I'm not going to say this. It's because the reason why is because it is a mandatory thing to prevent the virus. Because we had an incident where I recalled from what I heard from a friend of mine, there was an incident where a coworker was infected and had to take 2 weeks off, to the point where they had to, and this was what I was told from a friend of mine. He told me that there was an incident where a person did not want to wear a mask, and they took the person's word, and the person infected a coworker at the job, and that's what happened. Now keep this in mind. If the person would have wore a mask, it would have saved a life. But the problem was this person, like the person mentioned, is that by law they can't question a person whether they have a health condition or not. It's like a person who has a service dog and claims they have a service dog, and they're not allowed to question anything about the service dog, but let them in anyways, because if we continuously question them, then that violates their rights. But we do have the right. They do have the right to remove them from the store if the dog is behaving legitimately bad, like illegitimately. Like there was an incident where the dog, they claimed that the dog was a service dog, and the dog tried to get into the chicken, which they asked the customer to leave because that is a health violation. They have to clean that up. Because if the dog tried to get into the chicken, that dog would automatically be considered a health hazard, and the store would be fined a lot of money, and they had to ask the customer to leave immediately because of that. So as far as I know, they have within their right to not wear a mask, but they have to claim they have a medical excuse for that to enter Walmart. As far as I know, this is pretty much what I was told about this, and I'm not going to try to be mean or anything like that, but that's the honest truth of why Walmart is doing this. They are doing this as a mandatory policy for a good reason, and this is to protect the customers and also protect the workers. You have to understand, I understand that a lot of you guys are a little bit paranoid about this issue, but bear with us on this. This is what's going on, because the reason why they're making it mandatory, it's a very big issue. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but that's the truth. If you live in the United States, that's pretty much what's going on, and it's a very bad situation. So right now, oh yeah, here's some news. Here's some interesting news. Death Stranding is now on PC, and I just saw the the interesting thing about it is like it's now on Steam. Yep, it's on Steam, ladies and gentlemen. Now you can buy your PC game, but it also comes with an extended soundtrack and digital art book, which comes with it with two things. So it looks like when you pre-purchase this game, you get nothing. So luckily, oh wow, I can probably play this game. So it requires me to have an AMD 3000. Okay. I do have an AMD. Okay. I could play this. I do have the compatibility for this game. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so they made an announcement that they're going to put it on Steam. Does Truck Simulator mostly on foot? Apocalypse. Way overpriced digital download. This is straight up greed. A lot of people are making like a thumbs up on this. Now you can see right here, a lot of people, the game looks fantastic, but there's no option to turn off or turn down the music volume. I have been hearing damage, and this makes me impossible for me to hear all the other sound details due to the loud noise. Like, a lot of people are making fun of this. Like, there's a lot of recommends. I played Death Stranding on PS4 when they launched it. It has become one of the all-time favorite games, the most unique, memorable game. The game is beautiful, so the story, the gameplay, contrary to like everyone's like, is there a legit purchase on this game? Steam purchase. Yes. So apparently there's a lot of Steam purchasers. Complex story motives, keep playing, almost photorealistic landscapes, graphics. I could probably play this. I might play this if I can get the money. And it's nice to see that they're doing a live stream with Hideo Kojima. He's doing it live right now. This is a new broadcast. He's showing off right now of Death Stranding. That's nice news what he's doing right now. You can see right here he's actually doing something about it. Like, it just came out on Steam. So I'm just putting it out there for everybody to see. Ah, boy. This is interesting. So, this is pretty much what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. And it's pretty funny. And I'm just like, what is this? Yeah, unverified Twitter's trending. Okay, all the unverified Twitters. Unverified Twitter now. Unverified Twitter users, verified users hacked and can't get a tweet. Unverified Twitter, we move as one. Unverified Twitter. This is hilariously funny. I'm laughing at this. This is hilarious. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. This is live. Famous blue checkmark, verified accounts, can't tweet, unverified Twitter. It's our time to shine. Yes. Give me... Yes, I wonder if anybody can get a... Yeah, give me a... I wonder if I can get a blue check mark. Yeah, I wonder... Yeah, I'm just looking at this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and go on YouTube to see what's going on. YouTube. Let's go on YouTube and see what's going on. Because this is kind of funny. Okay. Let's see. So, let's see.
Full disclaimer, I had no intentions of making a follow-up video about this topic. I really thought we were done. I thought we were done with this. The last video that I came out with, that report, I think was very good. Not just because I think that I've had a lot of people complimenting that video, and I greatly appreciate the massive support on that last video. Thank you guys so much. I'm referring to the one, you know, kind of going over the madness with that Grim contest and Rooster Teeth's ruling and all that. Thought that would be the end of it, but here we are. I've got one more video for you, and we're ending it with a laugh. What can I say? At times, if I see something really funny that I want to show you guys, I can't help myself. For example, the Ryuko video the other day, the 48-second video I made just laughing at that Ryuko meme thing. I mean, that was something funny I wanted to show you. Here's something else funny that I think you'll get a laugh out of. Let's take a look. Okay, so yes, I think after we read this, you will probably agree that this did not age well. Let me know if you disagree somehow. Here's what it says. We'll read the whole thing, and then we'll specifically talk about the highlighted areas. Update, announcing the Ruby Grimm Art Contest, updated on July 7th. Submissions are all in for the Ruby Grimm Art Contest in partnership with Full Sail University. The Rooster Teeth animation team has gone through all of the submissions to narrow down their top 5 choices for a new, exciting Grimm for Volume 8 of Ruby. Full Sailors really showed their creativity and talent with submissions of short stories, traditional art, and even 3D digital models. Now, it'll be up to you, the fans, to decide which of these finalists will be brought to life and face off against Team Ruby. Voting is taking place July 7th through the 13th at this link. Be sure to follow Ruby on Twitter and Rooster Teeth Animation channel for updates on submissions and to see the final result of the competition. The winner will be announced next week. The world of Remnant is due for some new foes, and we want your help picking them. We've partnered with Full Sail University to give our community a unique opportunity to shape Volume 8 of Ruby. Full Sail students and alumni are going to flex the skills they've gained from their courses by designing a brand new Grimm that will debut in Volume 8 of Ruby. Will the winner design be an airborne menace like the Tyrix, or a walking tank like the Berengull, or maybe something else entirely? That's up to you, the fans, to decide. Okay, first of all, let me correct myself. I think it was alumni, not alumni, right? Anyways, highlighted areas. Let's take a look. The Rooster Teeth animation team has gone through all of the submissions to narrow down their top 5 choices for a new exciting Grimm. So you're saying that you went out and chose the Wendigo and had no problems with that until a tiny fraction of almost nobody complained about it? Then you suddenly had a problem with the Wendigo? But again, according to this post, if I'm reading it right, it sounds like, yes, they picked the Wendigo. They had no problem with the Wendigo. They say it'll be up to the fans to decide. Yeah, what happened with that too? That didn't really work out very well. And they say that we want your help picking them. We want your help picking them, except, you know, we don't want your help after all, it turns out. Apparently, we were just making a joke, you know. It's one of those jokes. We weren't serious about it. And again, that's up to you, the fans, to decide. Oh my gosh, this post really did not age well at all. It's so funny to me. I mean, it's still kind of sad that the contest went down this way, but at least we can find some humor in some of the things, right? I think there's certainly humor in how this post aged. By the way, I have a question. This is not an accusation. This is a genuine question. But is this an overt lie right here where they say, be sure to follow Ruby on Twitter and the Rooster Teeth animation channel for updates on submissions and to see the final result of the competition? The key area is the Rooster Teeth animation channel. Where did the RT animation channel ever give updates on this contest? I don't know about that. I might be wrong, but let's take a look. Okay, epic fail. I chopped that too early. It was supposed to say, let's take a look, obviously. Here we are taking a look. Rooster Teeth animation channel. Where do they have anything talking about the Ruby Grimm contest? We're back a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and that's as far back as I need to go because they would probably have an update by that point. I mean, I could scroll down further, but some of their thumbnails are a bit questionable. You know, some of these bigger channels, they get away with stuff that us smaller channels, we can't get away with. So I think, you know, if you don't believe me, go ahead and take a look at their own channel if you want and scroll through it. I don't see any video talking about it from up to 2 weeks ago. What about the community tab? Anything on the community tab? Last post 7 months ago? Well, this doesn't really look like they provided much info there. And here's the thing too, man. The Rooster Teeth animation channel has been doing some things, in my opinion, questionable. For example, just re-uploading old videos of old Ruby trailers and old videos of just Ruby Chibi and stuff. And the reasoning for that, they say, is, oh, we just want these videos on the Rooster Teeth animation channel now. And sure, that might be reasoning, but it sure sounds like a good excuse to try to just re-upload old content and get some ad revenue out of it again. Just the way I look at it. Who knows, man? Who knows? Anyways, that's what I got for you guys today. Just 2 short videos. Got some stuff to handle, as I mentioned. Watched episode 1 of Uzaki-chan today, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm shocked that there are people on Twitter, apparently a pretty decent amount of people on Twitter, that are very upset by Uzaki-chan. They can't stand her, and it's hilarious because she's so smug in the anime too. Her personality is the perfect type to be, making people upset on Twitter. It's great. Let's take a look at what's going on. For example, there is this tweet that says, "How y'all feel about this?" Shows a picture of Uzaki-chan being all nice, standing there. Response, "She needs to be euthanized," says someone right there. Another response, "I greatly dislike the character design. They were like, let's make a lolly. Nah, man, that's overdone. Let's make a lolly with massive you-know-what. And that's how this happened." Someone else says, "Everything about her is just nah." Some of the responses, quote tweeting it, are interesting. Person says, "Ugly as sin." Another one says, "Disgusting." You know what the best part about this is to me? I think Uzaki-chan would find it very amusing that she is just setting people off like this. She is so smug, and she enjoys messing with people. It's so funny. She is great at it. I'm sure she would be highly amused by this. Now let me thank Nayan Saki for tagging me to this one. This take's interesting. This person says, "Japan is weird ASF for this. The demographic is obvious." Now, no offense to Japan, and to be fair, I think a lot of Japanese people would agree with me on this. But how are you going to drag Japan for Uzaki-chan, claiming that's weird? If anything's weird from Japan, I think probably the television commercials take the cake. I mean, some of that stuff is truly bizarre. And again, I think some Japanese people would absolutely agree with me on that one. He then expanded on this in a really weird way. Speaking of weird, this is a weird take. He says, "I don't care what y'all say to justify it or whatever." Justify what? That we like watching the show? Why do we even need to justify that? There's nothing wrong with that. Says, "I don't care what y'all say to justify it or whatever. That does not look like a dang adult at all." She's 18 at the start of the episode, and then she turns 19. A lot of people still look very young, well into their 20s. Some people, even in their 30s or so, look very, very young. This is a weird take. You're going to call Japan weird, but make a tweet like that? Okay, buddy. Okay. On that note, let me also give a quick thanks to Annie Moo Girl for the tag. There was also another blog website thing that made a hit piece about Uzaki-chan. Now, we're not going to read the full thing because I took a look at it and I did read the full thing, and most of it is just explaining what happened in the episode. And, I want to see their opinions. I don't want a recap of what happened. I know what happened. I watched it. Here's what they say. "Far be it from me to offer relationship advice in an anime review, but if the person you're with emotionally manipulates you, actively mocks the things that you enjoy, and repeatedly belittles your comfort zone, that is probably not a sign of a healthy and harmonious relationship." Almost as if this is just an anime meant to entertain people, and things are exaggerated for that reason. They play off tropes and that sort of thing. This isn't real life. This person probably spends too much time on Twitter, and that's why they are starting to confuse real life with not real life. A lot of people that spend all day on Twitter do the same thing, I've noticed. Just a hunch. They also ended their review, if you can call it that, in this manner. "I, however, am exhausted after 23 minutes of exposure to Uzaki-chan, and do not plan on hanging out with her again." It's just so funny the way they wrote that to me. "I'm not hanging out with her again. She's too happy. She's got too much energy." Shizu at Bep Delta found this. Says, "Now they are angry at Uzaki-chan for being short. We can't have nice things." Shows some images of such. This dude says, "She does not look her age in the slightest compared to the other characters in the series, and I hate it." And then there's this one. "She looks like a kid." And the last one I can't even show because it's very explicit. Some of these people are very, very mad at little Uzaki-chan, man. I guess, little in some areas, not so much others, but you get the idea. I think maybe some people just can't take a joke, and they hate how much of a tease Uzaki-chan is because they are very insecure or something. For example, our community can take a joke. I made this tweet. I quoted Uzaki-chan from this episode premiere, and she says, "You're like a pro-level loner." Some of the responses from our community, "I feel personally attacked." This is, I don't know what's, I know the cartoon, I'm forgetting the name right now, though. "Lol, I totally am." Was I summoned? Thanks. I know I am. Like, we get it. We get the jokes. And that's the thing, too. Some of these jokes are not really jokes. Bitch. I think a lot of us are serious about that. I know I am, man. I am definitely a loner. And I think I could do better on that. Like, for example, I think I've been kind of a bad friend to some of my friends because I barely ever go outside. That's how it is. But we can still find the self-depreciating humor in that as well. So we can appreciate the joke even if it doesn't really, if we're not able to relate to it. At the same time, if we relate to it, well, we don't mind poking fun at ourselves as well. Because we're not like these people on Twitter who just seem to find some reason to be upset with every little thing, you know? Anyways, that's the video. I just wanted to talk about this because I finally saw episode 1, and I'm shocked that so many people are upset about it. It's just an innocent show. I don't even really like the slice of life genre. I haven't seen very many slice of life. They're not my cup of tea. But I really did enjoy this, and I will gladly be tuning in for the next episode, and so on and so on. Hope you enjoyed this video.
Yes, I guess I better go ahead and talk about this because a lot of people have been talking about this and shouldn't take the anime so seriously because it's just an anime, it's not real, and yet people are attacking it because they don't like the character, they don't like what it was representing. Because a lot of people have been talking about this, and it's kind of funny how this is becoming a situation to where it's really bad. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this situation, and it's a very weird situation with the anime community getting upset with Uzaki-chan, which is a very popular manga. Keep in mind, this is only in Japan, and right now, the more you try to hate it, the more you're giving it more attention to where it becomes a problem where people are gonna probably buy the manga or buy the or probably watch the anime because the manga is very popular as it is. A lot of fans really like the manga, and the problem is that people are going off on the deep end of this whole issue the wrong way. As far as I know, a lot of people feel that the anime itself is okay. It doesn't really, you know, it's not really that bad. But the problem is that people are getting upset about this. And I think that's the problem with certain parts of the fandom that is like on Tumblr that are into the whole element of feminism and all that other stuff that's going on with the community. But here's the thing. Okay, so apparently here's another update on the Twitter hacking situation. A lot of people are laughing at this. I'm giving Twitter support. I'm giving back to the community. Due to COVID-19, all Bitcoin sent to my address below sent back doubled. If you send $1,000, I'll send you back $2,000. So hilariously funny. And it's like, I don't really have a problem with this. It's like, this is so funny. We're aware of the security incident that impacted accounts on Twitter. We're investigating, taking steps to fix it. We'll update it shortly after. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and reply. I don't even think... I can't... Doubling money. Oh boy, this is hilarious. I can't help but laugh at this, but I will give this the meme of the century because right now this is hilarious. Like, it's hilariously funny. I can't help but laugh at this. Okay, so why is all the pages keep being delivered to me COVID from the White House? Yeah, everyone's laughing about this situation. It's becoming an obvious situation to where it doesn't look good on Twitter. We're starting to set the word that we are moving away from using in favor of a more inclusive language. Priorities. Oh shit, they got God. I can't help but laugh at this situation. It's like, whoever the hell has a sense of humor, letter alphabet. Okay, this is so what did it spell? Oh god. It's so freaking hilarious. This is a lot of people are laughing at the hackers right now. It's freaking hilarious that this has been happening, and a lot of people are talking about this. It's becoming crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It is a crazy situation to where a lot of people are talking about the hackers right now. That's just an update of what's going on, and it's currently a really weird situation. Oh, speaking of which, I got to talk about Sean Murphy.
Do you want to
Artist Sean Murphy Gordon. Okay, Shane Gordon Murphy is quitting Twitter. You should too. Now, a lot of people are talking about Shane Gordon Murphy being accused, and I really like Shane Gordon Murphy. He doesn't deserve to be harassed online for the accusations against him, because the person that I found out isn't really a good person. She basically is... Her TV show isn't doing so well. Her comic book isn't doing so well. She's doing this just to get attention because of the fact she can't get a job anymore, because she feels like a failure, so she has to take it out on someone who's successful. And that is the issue that I have with this person. I'm not going to name her name because of the fact that her show isn't doing so well. It got canceled off, and I'm going to give you guys a hint on this. Her TV show is canceled. Her comic book isn't selling that well, and it's on the Sci-Fi Channel. Her TV show is on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it turns out the show isn't doing so well because of the fact they tried to market this show so harshly and well. They tried to go after the community. They tried to go after, and that's not how you should do things. That's not how you should PR this stuff. You should approach it in a nicer way. But instead, you have this person who has been nothing more than a rude person to the community, who has been like talking about, oh, I'm better than everyone else type of mentality. That is the problem with what's going on in the community right now. And a lot of us are talking about this issue, and it's kind of funny. Now, this has been talked about for a long while because of the fact this person has been trying to go after a comic book artist over the comic book. And it becomes obvious that a lot of people feel that this person doesn't deserve it. So, as far as I know, Shane Gordon Murphy does not deserve this. But as far as I know, a lot of you guys should understand I'm not going to disrespect anyone. I guess I better go ahead and post this video right here, because there's the final truth of Dr. Disrespect's Twitch ban. And I'm going to go ahead and do this featuring Gokunaru, who made a video about this with Leafy is here. So Leafy has returned on Twitter.
Lil Dicky.
I'm Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky. your mouth up.
First timer here, what is the context behind this clip? Someone please explain that to me.
Stupid fucking mistakes, man.
Whatever Dr. Disrespect had been banned for must have been so severe that it caused Twitch to want to sever ties as soon as possible. And once news began to spread, the social media outcry became unignorable, as hundreds of thousands of people began speculating as to what he possibly could have done to deserve this fate. It was quickly discovered that it wasn't just Twitch that had cut ties with him, because talk around town was that Dr. Disrespect had also lost his partnership with Discord, and that he was being removed from the websites of several businesses he collaborated with in the past.
There's no other way of saying this, dude. This shit is making me angry now. Like, it's been over a month. Can someone at least just say, like, at this point, like, Dr. Disrespect has to know why he was banned, right? And Twitch obviously knows, but they just haven't decided to say, dude, why is no one saying anything? It's been an entire month of this. ESPN is still reporting on this shit, and dude, just someone please tell me so I can fucking die in peace.
Simply stating, as is our process, we take appropriate action when we have evidence that a streamer has acted in violation of our community guidelines or terms of service. These apply to all streamers regardless of status or prominence in the community. With how massive of a decision this already seemed to be, this lack of transparency and vow to secrecy by insiders seemed strange, to put it lightly. But somehow it managed to get even stranger. Typically when streamers are banned, Twitch...
Keep this in mind, this is Gamer from Mars is talking about this issue. And I don't know what to tell you guys, but it is kind of true what was going on.
will allow the subscriptions for the channel to run naturally. This allows their fans to continue using the channel's emotes until their intended expiry date. However, in less than 6 hours after his ban, Twitch began preemptively refunding all the subscriptions to his channel, before removing him entirely from their global emote system.
Dude, I've already made 2 videos on this topic. I don't even know what else needs to be said. In the first video, I proved who's behind it. In the second video, I proved who was conspiring against him and their motives. And in this video, dude, I need to actually know why Twitch banned him. I mean, by myself, I've already brought so much new information to the table. I can only do so much. Like, I've already uncovered like 60% of what the fuck is actually going on, but I just can't get that last 40%. And, dude, I need some help. So I'm going to hit people up on Skype again. I don't even know what other joke you can make about it, but you know what? I just want to get to the bottom of this once and for all. And you know, I did the same exact tactic in my last 2 videos, and yes, I got new information, but I didn't get all of it. So this time, I'm not just going to be simply calling up, you know, my deep connections in the world and just asking them in a very friendly way what actually happened to Dr. Disrespect. I'm going to have to start threatening some people. There's no other way of saying it. Like, I need the truth, and these people will talk, trust me.
How do we turn off notifications? How? In-game.
Why did Dr. Disrespect get banned? I'm only gonna say it once. Don't make me make a video about you.
You're still talking about this, dude?
Hello.
I'm only gonna say this once. You gotta tell me why Dr. Disrespect was banned. Yep, I'm still talking about this, or I'm gonna have to remove you from the podcast.
All right, here's the deal. Mixer goes down. They get the opportunity to get rid of him, and they say, hey, well, how are we going to fire this guy? We got him on a contract. And they say, hey, you know that broad that accused him of something? We'll just use that. And they're, yeah, that'll work. And then one of their lawyers came up and said, that's not going to work. He could own this company if you accuse him of that, because they found out, guess what? The bitch ain't credible.
Hello, Mr. Gokunaru? You gotta tell me why Dr. Disrespect actually was banned, or I'm gonna have to make a 1-hour video on you.
Alright, fuck ass. So, see right here, in about 2014,
oh fuck, you actually have screenshots?
Amazon, right?
I see.
Okay. That means that this individual right here is now technically the owner of Twitch. Now, here is Jeff Bezos with his wife. Notice anything about this image?
His wife is not that hot.
Okay. But beyond that, see the height difference between him and his wife?
I do notice that.
Right. Here's an image of Dr. Disrespect and his wife.
Bro, you got a whole fucking like slideshow to show me.
Yeah. So as you can see, Dr. Disrespect is like a good 2 feet taller than his wife, right? Jeff Bezos is like good 2 inches below his wife. I'm starting to think that Jeff Bezos might be a little pissed off that the biggest streamer on the platform, or one of the biggest, is like a fucking Chad, right? Jeff Bezos is kind of like a manlet.
How do we know that his wife just isn't really tall, though?
I don't know about that. I'd say if you look at this guy right here, right? This guy right here.
Yeah, he definitely seems like the 5'4" type. You're right.
Right, yeah, definitely. But beyond that, he's also bald. This is Dr. Disrespect without a wig.
Bro, I think we figured it out.
Oh. Not only that, though.
Dude, you have more? What the fuck?
Dr. Disrespect fucking cheated on his wife. Fucking cheated, bro. She's still with him, not divorced. Went on live stream and admitted to cheating.
Dude, this is fucking crazy.
They're still together. Whereas fucking Bezos, dude.
Bro, this is fucking nutty. You really helped me get to fucking 10 minutes.
One, an alpha Chad representing this platform. I do not think that Jeff Bezos wants Dr. Disrespect to succeed in today's climate.
DJ Keemstar.
Yo, what up?
Keem, I just want the truth. Don't make me drop a content nuke on you. Why was Dr. Disrespect actually banned?
Aliens.
Well, I think that's it, guys. I think we finally figured out who's behind it. It only took 3 videos, but clearly Jeff Bezos was very salty about how tall Dr. Disrespect was. Aliens was also in on it. There was a background check along the way, and they found out that he didn't have a medical degree. He was also playing around with other females. He was being disrespectful. He threw 5 cats. Twitch apparently had some $20 million deal also with him that they wanted to take back. And last but definitely not least, just like with poverty, sickness, disease, hunger, all of the above, H3H3 always has his cut of the pie and has, you know, some definite involvement in the entire situation. And to wrap up this video, I only have one last thing to say, and it's really simple. And that, of course, is that I would love to see Dr. Disrespect try and exist in today's landscape. Like, the content that he was making would never fly on Twitch today. And you'd, like, have to adapt and overcome the fact that, like, you can't even curse, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really know what's going on because Dr. Disrespect is becoming one of those little conspiracy theories that are happening on the internet. And a lot of people, more info about Dr. Disrespect ban emerges. Like, there were incidences where he kind of serious criminal issues. Dr. Disrespect is banned for serious criminal issues, and YouTube's off the table. So let's go ahead and go ahead and
1993, 1994, blockbuster video game champion in the...
I know everything I need to know about you.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it would appear those that have alleged to know what's going on with Dr. Disrespect are now trying to distance themselves from it. Early on, when Dr. Disrespect was banned without warning, banned without ceremony, banned without reason, at least one given publicly, there were a few people that came out to say, oh, well, I know what happened to Dr. Disrespect, but I can't say.
I cannot reveal it to you.
Why not?
Because I would then have to kill you.
Well, Slasher, Rod Breslaw was one of them. A former Twitch employee was one of them. Tim the Tapman and Nick Merckx both popular Twitch streamers have kind of alluded. We saw that super chat come through from Doc allegedly to Nick Merckx about being a scapegoat for Twitch. Then we saw Tim the Tatman kind of say it's going to be a couple of months, or was that Nick? One of the two kind of alluded to things being a couple of months. And maybe the 2-month thing is legitimate because we've heard absolute crickets when it comes to what happened with Dr. Disrespect. And today we've seen several big media personalities randomly come out and say, well, actually, I didn't know. We saw Rod Breslau put out, just to be absolutely clear, Tim the Tatman nor Nick Merckx have spoken to Dr. Disrespect since the ban. And to my knowledge, no other streamer has either. Y'all are misinterpreting clips. Likewise, Doc has not responded to half a dozen personal requests of my own to speak since the ban. Now, is this damage control? Did Doc come out and say, hey, you know, maybe don't say anything about it? Maybe he did give some sort of update, but things have really cooled off in the Dr. Disrespect news scenario. And another person that seems to be distancing themselves from Dr. Disrespect, at least from the, I'm sorry, not from him, but from the in the know scenario, is Tim the Tatman. Earlier today, he denies knowing, quote, anything about Dr. Disrespect's Twitch ban. Now, he did say that he had talked to Doc. I watched that happen in real time on his live stream. He said, yeah, I just talked to Doc. Doc doesn't know what's going on. Now, that does seem to refute what Slasher said. But this article on Deserto says, for 2 weeks, the Twitch world has been waiting with bated breath for any details about Dr. Disrespect's reportedly permanent ban from the platform. With no reason for his suspension available, viewers have been flocking to those closest to Doc for any scrap of information they can find. Now, look, there's been a lot of theories, all of which I discussed on this channel, but debunked. One was that Doc was working on his own streaming platform. That never made any sense.
Hulu's got favorites when you really need one. Love.
Two was that that he was going to Spotify. That never made any sense. It doesn't appear to be the case either. 3, which is possibly the most plausible outside of the whole, if there was, by the way, the most reasonable case to me continues to be that somebody high up in Twitch got some very solid information about Doc in some sort of bad behavior with a female, and that's why they banned him, and they had to do it in exchange for anonymity. I'm not sure. Now, if I'm in Doc's shoes, and I know Twitch can't come out and say why they banned me, and if I know that's why, I'm not saying anything either, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, we haven't seen any other larger platform bans for him, and we haven't seen sponsors drop him. So whatever the reason is, it is absolutely tight-lipped. Now, Occam's razor might be that they wanted to ban him for a long time. The only reason they signed him to that big money deal was because Mixer has now gone kaput. That's possible. That's absolutely possible. Mixer folding up just last week, having to pay out big money to Shroud and Ninja, and in probably the best deals they've ever signed in their life. Now, we saw Ninja return to YouTube last week, so maybe that's a sign of something to come. Maybe that's just him streaming on a platform. Maybe that's him leveraging. It was actually a massive stream with 20 to 30 times normal amounts for him. But now Tim the Tatman has come out into a Twitch stream to say, saying, quote, there are a lot of Doc refugees in here, I'm sure, for now. So I appreciate you hanging out in chat, Tim casually said. You guys are welcome here. Right after he finished addressing Dr. Disrespect's viewers, Tim realized that he had used a poor choice of words. For now, he repeated, oh God, dude, here we go. Don't even clip it. It wasn't a breadcrumb. I don't know anything. With rumors swirling about what's next for Dr. Disrespect and why he was banned on Twitch, it's easy to see why for now comment could easily be taken out of context. It wasn't a breadcrumb, Tim repeated. I don't know anything. I don't. As it turns out, Tim seems to have been truthful. Esports journalist Rod Breslau took to Twitter to address those remarks and others made in recent weeks. Again, saying just to be clear, Tim the Tatman nor Nick Merckx have spoken to Doc. Additionally, he noted how Dr. Disrespect has not responded to personal requests to speak with me since being banned from Twitch. As people are desperate for news on the two time, it's clear that streamers may need to be extra careful about what they say. Hopefully we get some information sooner than later with this mystery can be put to rest. Now, here's an interesting theory. If we're going to go tinfoil, like get the tinfoil out here, boys and girls. Is it possible?
Is it possible that there are no coincidences?
Is it possible that Twitch reached out to the 3 prominent people who have said something about it and said, shut up or you're cut off? Is it possible? You know, the way Tim responded so quickly, realizing he had made a mistake, maybe he didn't want to hear from Twitch about, you know, possibly knowing something he doesn't know. Maybe Twitch knows he knows and said, hey, be quiet about it. It seems curious that that essentially Slasher had to issue a statement to say he doesn't know anything. I mean, it's been pretty clear to me that he doesn't know what's going on. He had that one cryptic tweet saying like, oh, I definitely know Doc is done, but I don't feel good enough about saying the reason why. Maybe he was given information from that other former Twitch employee who said, you know, I know for a fact Doc is done. He's good. He's done for good. I don't know. But interestingly enough, Doc did make a little change today. This also via Deserto. 2 weeks since his ban, Dr. Disrespect has finally removed Twitch from his Twitter bio. Now, I don't know if Dr. Disrespect even manages his own Twitter account. It seems unlikely that he would be, you know, managing individual tweets or the tweets of his account. But interestingly enough, if you go to his Twitter account, he has changed it. Now, he has changed it to his YouTube channel. Now, here's some interesting theories I think worth exploring. One, if Twitch truly banned him for, you know, hey, we just don't want this quote-unquote toxic person on our platform anymore, well, that would leave him free to go to YouTube or to Facebook Gaming. Now, we know Facebook Gaming made a gigantic offer to Ninja. Would they make the same offer to Dr. Disrespect? It's difficult to know.
So, Dr. Disrespect has his YouTube tab. He still has his Twitch. He still has his merchandise. He still has his Twitter. A lot of people are talking about this. This is kind of funny, though. Right now, Twitch has not notified me or specific reason behind this decision. Firm handshakes after all support during the difficult time / Dr. Disrespect. Now, a lot of people are talking about this issue for a long while, and why was he banned from Twitch? A lot of people are talking about this issue. I don't really have a problem. I think most people are talking about this. It is a very weird thing that happened. Considering that there's going to be a bunch of conspiracy theories going around about him, and a lot of people feel his stuff is a little bit out of whack, and yeah, so there's been a lot of things that are happening right now, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. A lot of people are talking about this issue, and if you want to, you can subscribe to to Dr. Disrespect's YouTube channel if you want to and talk to him. Hopefully he may plan to stream in the near future if he wants to on that channel. I don't know if he's going to plan on doing it, considering that he makes a lot of content. Although it's like 2 weeks ago, he hasn't made any content yet. I don't really know particularly. A lot of people are talking about this guy and why was he banned. As far as I know, this has been a weird month of weirdness that happened in July this week, especially the death of Grant Imahara. I do feel sorry for him. I hope my condolences to his family and everything, and his friends. I know that sometimes we may disagree on certain things. I just want you all to understand. It's sad that Grant died. I do remember he did a good interview with a certain person, and it's sad that this happened to him. So, anyways, guys, leave your thoughts down below and tell me what you guys think of this show. I wish I could get more people on this live stream, but unfortunately, there's been a lot of things that have been going down lately that happened, and I'm not trying to be negative here. I know that at times, I wish there was some positive news for once. The only positive news that I heard is basically one game is actually put on the internet. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my thoughts down below and tell me what you guys think, because I have to go. Take care. Bye-bye. Hopefully you guys are entertained by this show. So catch you later. Bye-bye.